Please sit down. Turn that thing off.
Sir, what about the airplane? Surely we should issue the recall code immediately.
Group Captain, the planes will not be recalled. My attack orders have been issued and the orders stand.
I'm afraid, sir, that I'm still not with you. I mean, if a Russian attack were not in progress, then you're issuing the orders to the bomber wing. Sir, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you for the key and the recall code, sir.
And I will no longer sit back and allow communist infiltration, communist indoctrination, communist subversion, and the international communist conspiracy to sap and purify all of our precious bodily fluids.
Same.
I got to tell you, I loved it. I loved so much of it, and it's so close to where it's done. Just to make, I mean, one tiny little, there's a couple of little. I'm splitting hairs at this point because I really loved it. You know, when we're dealing with a black comedy, just like we're dealing with a farce, we still have to abide by truth, you know, and believability. And to me, I feel like you guys are close to where it needs to be emotionally and stakes-wise. But I don't know that you're quite where you need to be. Because this, for you, TJ, this is something that you've been waiting for forever, your whole life. And we also know that your life is pretty much over. So I felt like externally what you had, like your body language, the way you were talking to him, your voice, all that was terrific. And I felt like the objective was right, the emotion was right. What I feel like is missing is in here how intense this heat needs to be going on internally. You know, that your mission in life is come to today.
Right.
If your objective is what again?
Right, to show who's boss.
To show who's boss. I guess one thought I would throw out to you is reminding yourself that you haven't succeeded at that yet.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Well, that means I have to try a little harder to show them who's boss.
And remind yourself that you're not boss yet.
Right.
I see this guy as like sweating, you know, just
Okay.
intense, like, you know, it can be fun. And again, this has nothing to do with an externalized movement, because I love
Sure.
how still you are. I don't want you to move at all. Whatever you're doing, it's in here, and
The same thing to me.
May we try it just for a brief moment so we can see?
Because he was saying the same thing and I maybe just missed it that time.
Just take it from...
From the start?
Yeah, well, yeah. In other words, the emotion and all the stuff you had at the end, we talked about this, that the same stuff at the end is there at the beginning. He's just pressed it down.
Right.
So
that's fine. So what emotion? You're using anticipation.
Yes.
And your objective is to show him who's boss. So remember, you're not boss, and you're trying to show them who's boss. He's one of them. Okay? So where do you feel anticipation when you say the word?
I'm right in here.
Okay, so take a few breaths with anticipation. Anticipation. Heavier breaths, DJ.
Anticipation.
Okay, a little faster. And
Anticipation.
dropping your objective to show him who's boss. To
show
him
them who's
To
boss.
show him who's boss. To
Show
show him
them
who's
who's
boss.
boss.
When I say action, here we go. Ready and action.
what about the planes, sir? Certainly we should issue the recall code immediately.
Group Captain, the planes will not be recalled. I've made my attack orders and the orders stand.
Well, if you'll excuse my saying so, sir, that seems to my way of thinking to be a rather odd way of looking at things, you see. I mean, if the Russian attack were in progress, we certainly wouldn't be hearing civilian broadcasting.
Are you certain of that, Mandrake?
No, not at all, sir, really, but I would suppose so, sir.
And what if that were true?
I still don't follow you there, sir. I mean, if a Russian attack were not in progress, then your issuance of the orders to the bomber wing. Well, I would say something certainly is very wrong somewhere, sir.
Why just you didn't take it easy, Group Captain? And please make me a drink of grain alcohol and rainwater and help yourself to whatever you like.
Very nice, TJ. Good, good, nice adjustment. Okay, what did that feel like?
Yeah, I was just keeping myself from not shaking because I was shaking
Internally?
more. Yeah, because I'm not thinking of it. It's just when you get that like that,
We need to have that.
started
You know,
shaking.
and also, you know, there was something fun about what you did before, which you weren't amused, but you were happy. Internally, there was a side of you that was happy. Don't lose that.
Yeah.
Like this is your baby.
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to keep from
So,
laughing.
but I
Seriously,
mean, you know,
because-
like when you were doing it this particular time, you had the emotion that we needed,
Right.
but you became a little bit more sort of heavy.
Too introspective.
Well, yeah, and I don't want you to don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I got you.
But again, you're doing great stuff. Carrot, on your end, also really good stuff. You know, my thought for you would be basically the same note I'm giving to TJ, that this is not happening. I mean, he's not letting you out of the office.
Right,
You're locked in.
right.
Right. He won't let you leave. So how do you feel about, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a very bizarre, unplanned, he's supposed to be the guy. He's the head. And
Yeah.
so you're walking also kind of on, I mean, you are from the British sect of the army, but so I don't know that you necessarily are under him, but he is.
I certainly can't offend you.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to.
so maybe he has some kind of plan that you don't know about, but this is not what's going on here. So what emotion are you using?
Well, at the beginning, it's anxiety, and it's to figure this out, because I don't know quite sure that he has started it. But then, when I figure out that he actually started World War III, it's shock and to get the code.
I'm wondering maybe if shock is shock the best, or do we want to go with something like terror or hysteria? That may bring a little bit more of an explosive. Like, shock is good, and you know, I'm fine with.
Yeah, but you know what? It's logical, but if it doesn't make the scene work the best. So let's.
But again, you're doing. I'm hesitant in you messing with it because it's already really good.
Right.
So I guess my thought would be, before changing your emotion,
Right.
can you heighten it, and
Sure.
can you bring more of a frenetic shock in your eyes? You know, for both of you to up the stakes.
Sure.
You know, whenever you're dealing with a farce, it's sometimes easy to forget that we still really have to remember that they have to abide by the same bounds as in drama.
Right.
You know, and I think you guys were very close to that. I think it's not quite to the place where a possible nuclear war could end the world.
Just
And
trying
that's
to stay back a little bit
you
too
know
much.
that's where what you're taking in now, Carrie, is that he's not giving you the code,
Right.
and he's going to start a war with Russia.
There will be no class Tuesday night, next Tuesday night.
There will not be a class Tuesday night, yes. And on your end, you're ending the world. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. It's it. Like, there's no tomorrow, TJ.
Right.
There's no more family. There's no more friends. There's no more going anywhere tomorrow. It's over. And you're trying to stay the course. I mean, a part of you, I feel like, believes you're doing a good thing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do in my head.
Your objective is what?
Letting it go, to show who's boss. But in my head that I'm thinking is that I'm doing a great thing for humanity.
When you're playing with this and rehearsing, you could also entertain the idea of the objective being to save the world.
Well, that's what I was sort of...
Well, yeah, we had discussed that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, again, because had you not done such a great job tonight, I wouldn't have suggested any. I mean, I wouldn't say... I'm saying when you're having fun playing with it, maybe you try that for the hell of it, to save the world. And your way of saving the world is starting World War III. And you're trying to stay the course. You're trying to almost restrain yourself from keeping, punching in the code.
Yeah.
So not only can he get in your way,
Right.
but you can get in your way.
I was thinking that, that was part of my thing is that, as I'm doing this, as I'm just letting it roll, I was thinking I'm actually doing a better thing for humanity. I am trying to save the world even though I'm destroying it in my mind, I don't think.
But what I'm suggesting is, another dimension you can bring to this is the side of you that has the urge to give him the code.
Right.
That has the urge to call it off.
Right.
And I want to see that urge still there, that you're trying to push down. And that's going to cause even more tension in you.
Yeah.
All right? Good stuff.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.